All right, welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Today is our beginning of March Madness. I'm going to explain what that is in just a second for authors. It's also the beginning of our weekly meetings. So I decided to do weekly meetings instead of daily meetings, so that would give people a chance to collect a bunch of wins and come in every week and share. So there's going to be a couple more people coming in. As they come in, we'll just let them get caught up from where they are. The first thing we're going to do is just a very quick introduction. I will go first, and then we'll go around. Hey, Heather. And we'll talk about March Madness. We'll talk about what it's going to look like for the author community, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to sound like. I've been wanting to do this for some years, but I didn't have enough people in the community that wanted to. So I'm going to put this challenge out tonight, and I love doing challenges. And this is for the month of March. Let's see how many books we can sell, or how many clients we can gain, or how many followers we can increase our numbers to, right? So March is all going to be all about data and statistics. So, you know how they do the basketball cards or the baseball cards, and they have, the person's name, they have their height, they might have their weight, and then they have all their stats. Well, we're going to create something super cool for the author community because I have not seen this done anywhere. I want to start creating, and everybody can create their own in Canva or Adobe, whatever you use. But I want to start creating our little bio for us that has the number of books we've written, the number of books we've sold, the number of clients that we've served, the number of followers that we have. And we know that numbers don't lie, right? People lie, numbers don't. But we also know that numbers have a meaning attached to it. And so I'll give you an example. So I've been doing this since 2017. That's when I wrote my first book. But I really was thinking about the book in 2005. So it took me 12 years. I was procrastinating for 12 years. I knew I was supposed to write this book, but I just couldn't do it for some reason. And then in 2017, I got the courage and the inspiration to go ahead and write it. I wrote the book. I had a launch party at my house. I promoted it on Facebook, and I wasn't on Facebook before 2017. I was terrified to get on Facebook because I was a public school teacher, and in the public school setting, we're not allowed to really be on social media, especially, on your phone at work. Like, I wasn't doing any of that. I was a completely different person than I am today. But I was afraid that someone would take my identity or I would get in trouble at work. So I wasn't on social media. But then when I wrote the book, it was summertime and I got inspired to go open up a Facebook. And my friends from college and high school were like, "Where have you been? Like, why are you just now getting on Facebook and you wrote a book? What?" So it was really a success because people were curious at where I had been for like 10 years, right? I was just working, raising kids, working, going to work every day, doing the whole, mommy thing. So what I did was that book came out, and then people started asking me, "Can you help me write a book? Can you help me write a book? Like, I have a story. I think I have a story. I want to write a book." And I started getting overwhelmed with people asking me if I could help them. And it was mostly teachers that taught with me in the schools. They're like, "How do you just write a book?" Because nobody else was really writing books. And I was like, I just followed my intuition, and I didn't really have a process. And so I kept getting the same questions over and over again. And then I just started researching, okay, how do I like create a course or how do I help someone? How do I write a workbook? And I just figured it out. Google, YouTube, you can learn anything on YouTube. And I just figured out how to write a course, how to create a course. And so I started creating courses and I got obsessed. And I ended up with a whole university of like 25 courses. And I was like, this is cool, but nobody was buying them. So I wasn't selling anything. And then I said, okay, let me just try this coaching thing and see what I can do. So the first three people I coached for free, and I didn't know what I was doing, and they knew that I didn't know what I was doing. Welcome, Jesse. I'm still on the intro, so you haven't missed anything. Welcome. They didn't know they knew that I didn't know what I was doing, and I was very honest with them, and I didn't charge, and we met at the coffee shop. I explained what I did, and they went home. Those three people were retired, so they went home and they just started working on their books. They followed the steps that I gave them, and 3 months later, each one of them said, I need your address. And I was like, okay. And three people showed up at separate times to my house with a copy of their book signed. And I was like, oh, how'd you do that? And each one of them was like, you taught me how to do it. And I had forgotten because I was working and teaching and doing life. And I was like, whoa. After the third person, I said, I'm going to start charging for this. So 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021 came, and I had so many clients, I had to make a choice to either continue trying to do a side hustle with a full-time teaching job and raising kids, or just go full-time self-employment. And that was scary. I was terrified because I didn't know anything else other than teaching. And so I prayed about it, and God said, just go for it, just do it. And I was like, whoa, all right. Quit teaching in 2021. And since then, I've helped 50 people write books, publish them, put them on their website, put them on Amazon, and just go. And so many of them have come back to tell me that they've had interviews, they've been on podcasts, they've spoken on stages, they've sold books month after month after month. I'm like, wow. When I look at my clients, I'm like, I can't believe this. It just started with me being obedient in 2017 and just getting the book out. Even though I was scared after being pregnant for 12 years, I was scared. But once I went ahead and put it out and started speaking into it and sharing my story, because it's my story, it's my memoir, it's my life. And so once I got comfortable with telling my story, then the clients came, and then the coaching program opened up. And now I have a community of people that show up every week and they ask questions and they want support. And it's like, it's taken on a whole life of its own, which is a blessing to me. And I'm so grateful because I never know what the year is going to look like. It's always a different audience and a different set of clients. And so I want you guys to share a little bit about yourselves. And I think everybody here is author, speaker, coach, consultant. So this recording is going to be on my YouTube channel, so people will be able to see this and hear this and contact you afterwards. And so, what do you do? Like, how do you do it? Why do you do it? And who is your ideal client? That's what I want to know. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about March Madness and what kind of stats I want you guys to look at every single Monday. Okay. So I think Elaine was here first. Elaine, do you want to go first with introducing yourself?
Okay. I haven't been really focusing too much on this. I don't know if there's anything that I can really talk about at this point. I mean, we met at the end of December and I had been sick and I've been working on other projects. So I'm just coming back to this. So I don't know if you want me to just babble about nothing at the moment, but I would like to hear what other people are saying first, because then I'll have a
Yes.
better idea. Because I haven't, like I said, I haven't been here in like 2 months, so it would be much more helpful if I hear what everyone else is going to be saying, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. I'll circle back around to you. No problem.
Thanks.
Okay, Vaughn, I think you were in the room second. Tell us about what you do.
The audio guy getting a phone call. My name is Vaughn Foy, also known as the voice brander. And I believe that our voice is our brand. And specifically what I do is help nonfiction authors to self-narrate their audiobooks from anywhere in the world and get their voices out there to over 50 plus platforms, in addition to Audible, and help them reach the 30 to 50% of the market that are audiobook only readers. So that's what I do.
Thank you,
And why I
Vaughn.
do it is because every great book deserves to be heard. That's why.
Yay. And Vaughn and I are going to be doing some workshops this year. And we have a tagline together that says, Your next book is an audiobook, because it
Absolutely.
should be. It just should be. All right, Heather, I think you were in next.
Hi there. I'm Heather McNally. I am a life fulfillment activator. Um, I have written a chapter in a book, so eventually I will be writing my own book. I am a speaker and just gave my second big speech at the beginning of the month. And I am a podcast host since October. Just had my 20th episode go live this past week. Basically, my podcast kind of says it all. It's called Life Beyond BS. It is life beyond the belief systems that are put on us by the age of 7 years old. And yeah, also the bullshit that we tell ourselves that society puts upon us and tells us you are supposed to be this, you are supposed to be that, when in reality, we know deep down inside ourselves who we're supposed to be, what our identity is, and we need to find that again. So, reconnecting with who we really were made to be. And I help people go from a place of maybe feeling unfulfilled, unworthy, unhappy with themselves, just lost, and knowing that there's more to life, to a place of true happiness, true joy, true contentment, and being able to find the joy in the little things just as much as the big things. I say that over the summer, I was just as excited to see hummingbirds at my hummingbird feeder as I was to be able to go to Ireland and visit. So if you can find the joy in life, yes, we're going to have crappy moments, but
Amen.
if most of the time you can feel that you're happy, and who would appreciate the good moments if we didn't have some of those tough moments? So yes, you're gonna feel the bad, just, feel it, don't deny it, and don't put roots in that place.
Thank you, Heather. Yay. Next, we have my coach, Jesse Cruz, in the building.
Thank you for having me, Latasha. Yeah, so uh, I was tired of business owners struggling with getting compensated effectively. So, what I do is I get the opportunity to help business owners get paid to tell their story. Typically, I work with authors, speakers, and coaches who are looking to expand their client base, but they haven't learned how to leverage their story to grow their business. So, as a professional speaking coach, that's what I get the opportunity to do, to help business owners tell their story, change lives, and get paid.
Thank you, Coach, for being here. I know you're busy. I appreciate you taking the time. Yay. We also have Joy Caldwell. Joy, who are you? What do you do? Why do you do it? Joy, you're not muted, but we can't hear you. And I know you said you're going to be off camera, but we can't hear you if you're talking. All right, we'll come back, Joy. Elaine, we're back to you. If you want to just tell us a little bit about what you will be producing soon when your book comes out.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping to work on my memoirs. Basically, I've worked on other types of writing. I've written children's books, more social stories, uh, curriculum, anti-bullying curriculum, and looking to work with some nonprofits. I'm actually going to be a nonprofit within the next few months as well, but I haven't really put my time and effort into doing the 10-minute. I from when we first met, the 10-minute, like sitting there and just writing and writing and writing. So I'm a little bit behind right now, and I apologize, but uh, that's really, my day job is I do early intervention, preschool, and school age special ed, ABA. So I do a lot of working with children on the spectrum and developmental delays. So that's really my day job. Uh, but I'm not really like any of but everyone else that's here. Everybody else seems to be much further along in their careers. So thank you. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Well, where are you from? What's your profession and your passion?
Well, I'm from Long Island, New York, and my profession obviously is a special educator. Like I said, I'm working with many children. I've been doing it probably about 40 years. Um, and uh, like I said, I just enjoy writing. Like I've written curriculum, anti-bullying curriculum for children 2 to 5, 6 to 11, 12 to 18. I created a coaching 12-week coaching program for parents whose children are being bullied that I'm going to hopefully put into modules and things like that. But I haven't really gone through the process yet. I mean, I really want to spend time. I had started to write my memoirs probably in like March, April of 2024. And then I put it on the back burner because I joined this organization called Cruz to get my neurodiversity coaching certifications, universal. So doing some coaching like that, but it's still all new to me, and I want to work with you, Latasha, and I hope that we will have some time to talk about it a little bit further. So
Well, thank you for
thank you.
showing up. I appreciate you. And Heather
Thank
did
you.
put a note for you inside of the chat. Are you able to open up the chat and read what she wrote?
Let me check.
Just gave you some
Oh,
encouragement.
yeah, thank you.
That's why we're
I love
here,
it. I
to give each
appreciate it.
other
I appreciate. No, I mean,
encouragement.
I know it's a very supportive group. But I just feel like everybody else is actually doing, what they've set out to do. So, but I appreciate it. No, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're going to be on here another 9 minutes, you guys. These meetings are going to be 30 minutes max. I want to give you an opportunity to share with anyone who's listening on the replay what it is that you have coming up. If you have an offer, share your offer. If you have an event, share your event. If you have a quote or something from your book that you want to share with the rest of the audience, I have on my Facebook page, I have two Facebook groups. If you add everybody up, it's about 800 people in the Facebook group. And a lot of those folks are also on my email list, and I email people at least 2 to 3 times a day. So my audience is very engaged, very excited. Um, very much, here's somebody coming in right now, very much um, learning. We are all learning together. It's not like I have my clients and then I'm here. It's like, no, sometimes my clients become my coaches because we're all consultants in a different area. So I love my community because we're all in a different place in life, but we're all creative. And one of the things that we've learned in the community is that you have to have a group of people to come to weekly to share your wins. You have to have that because a lot of times people in your life that are in your family, they don't understand what you're doing as a creative. They don't get it. If you're an entrepreneur, especially full time like me, my family members are still looking at me like, why are you a full time entrepreneur? Why don't you go get a job? Like, what are you doing? You're not busy enough because they don't see the content creation. They don't see me editing books. I do that alone. It's a very solitary activity to work on books. They don't see me formatting or putting books on Amazon. They see me like out on social media, but they think I'm just having fun. Which I am. But I'm also helping people realize their dreams. I'm getting clients and I am making money. So it's like the thing that I've always wanted to do, but I didn't know that I wanted to do it until I just started doing it. And so my life has been all about failing forward, truly, like taking a leap of faith for myself. I started doing this like seriously like 5 years ago, just running towards my dream, falling off the cliff, hitting every damn branch on the way down, and looking around and saying, oh my God, I failed again. But check this out. Oh my God, look at the people that have been with me. Like we're all doing crazy things, failing forward, learning, doing it again. And it's like, okay, we gotta have people that we tap into that can tell us, you know what? You made a mistake here, you did this, but guess what? You're good because you're going to do something else or you're going to learn from it or you're going to do it again. Try and try again. And our families don't really understand that because being an entrepreneur is painful. Being an entrepreneur can be a struggle, and it's not built for people who are not made for it. And so you're here because somehow you were made for it. And so if you have an offer or something you want to share, it's your turn. Vaughn, you were in the room first. Go ahead and share what you have going on. I know you got all kinds of good stuff going on.
Sure, I'll let's keep it light. Actually, it's my first and only ebook that took me 2 years to write my 16-page little ebook. I call it potent and punctual. So I like to share that on here. I'll put that in the chat. It's just a link for there, talking about our voice and things like that. But yeah, Latasha had really guided me and pushed me to get that out. And it's funny because I just finished my audio version of it. It's like preaching to the choir. It's like, Vaughn, you don't have an audiobook of your 16 pager? Yeah, so I finally did it. That's what I'm a saxophonist too, so I doing other things. But anyway, there's I wanted to just share that with everybody.
Yay. So you're going to
Hmm.
put the link for it in the chat.
Yes. Oops, I
Did you, for
sent it.
that ebook, did you decide to charge for it or is it free?
This one is free. The audiobook
Okay.
is a small charge, but this one is
Okay.
free. Oh,
All
I think
right.
I didn't send it in the group. I sent it to Adelaida private.
No, it's to everyone. You sent it to everyone.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And also for the people that are watching this on the replay on my YouTube channel, where can people get a hold of you?
The best place is to go right to that page, makemyaudiobook.fun. Everything is
Okay.
there, all what I'm about, and it's just one stop shop. And you can schedule time with me. Um, on the replay and give a call or book an appointment and see all of the good stuff there.
Awesome. All right. We've got about 4 minutes, everybody. Jesse, what you got for us?
Absolutely. So, I'm going to be opening up here momentarily our call for speakers for our Mike Story Speaker Competition. This is an annual event we run. It gives coaches, authors, and speakers all the marketing assets that they would need to leverage their speaking to sell more of their products and services to their ideal clients. So that's an event we have coming up this fall. And if somebody wants more information on that, you can feel free to book a call with me. I'll drop my booking link in the chat.
Yay. Thank you, Coach Jesse. Heather, what you got going on?
I am putting out there my offer for one-on-one coaching. I do a 60-minute free consultation to determine how we can work together so that you can see a little bit of my style and I can see what's going on in your life, what it is that you're looking for help with. I also have a program that I just launched called Happy, Healthy, Whole. It's a 3-month-long program, and I have different tiers available with that. And so you can see my offer on my website, which is just heathermcnally.com. And it has my coaching offer, it has my Happy Healthy Whole program, and it has where you can sign up for my weekly emails.
Yay. More emails. You know, you guys don't get enough emails from me. You need more. You need more. Addy, who are you? Where are you from? What you doing? What you working on?
Hey, how are we doing, Global Author Network? How has everybody? Missed you guys the last few weeks, but I know that we were getting together sometime soon. I am currently doing a speaking engagement in Franklin, Connecticut on hemp and sustainability and how hemp can be a benefit to anyone and everyone who is open to the materials. I'll be there with Connecticut farmers. And I will also am involved, which I should be heading out at 6 o'clock to gather with a speaking competition. That one is a 5-day training, and then the actual competition shows up. That has 3 tiers of prizes, being the first $100,000 and a speaking engagement for a whole year and publications and all that kind of good stuff. So wish me luck, because this is the first time I'm doing something like this. So I'm excited about that. And my wins, I got a good call from the president of the United States Hemp Builders Association, letting me know that I'm doing good work and that I'm spreading the education around. So I'm just crossing my fingers and seeing that the other entities that are involved will open the doors to listen to more of what hemp can do for their communities and their sustainability responsibility, because as of 2030, every corporation will be obligated under the sustainability law, which will be enforced and implemented. So I'm just getting myself started to become that sustainability educator. I don't want to use the word coach because coach has overly saturated the population and the position. So I just want to say that I'm an educator, not a coach. I don't want followers. I want supporters.
All right. Go ahead, Sandra, and then Joy.
Hello, my name is Sandra Bridges, and I like to have conversations with others about um, abuse, all types of abuse that happen in our relationships. And uh, I like to um, talk to women in the age groups of 20 265, and about abuse and about their strength and their empowerment as a woman, a mother, a uh, a female. You know, who are you? What do you desire to do? What you can do, and you know, and your effort that you put into what you want to do with your life. And no one can tell you what you can and cannot do. So I want to empower you. I want to encourage you and give you the choice, the ability, hey, I know you can do it. I want to give you that push, that encouragement to say, why not? Take that step and do it. So this is what I want to be your encourager. So, and I want to give out that information on abuse, what it exactly is and entails. So, this is what I'm here. I want to have conversation, not just about abuse, but about relationships and what all of that entails. Let's sit down. Can we talk about it? Can we really sit down and talk about it? So that's what I want to have. So, you know, so that's what I want to have. I want to have a conversation. Let's talk.
Thank you, Sandra. Joy, it is your turn, and then we're going to close. Joy, I don't know if you're talking, but you have your microphone closed. If you're able to share, if not, you can just type your information in the chat and we'll read it out loud for you. No problem. If you guys are on TikTok, you want to join us tonight, I'm going to be on TikTok with Larissa Hughes. She's in the community as well. Her and I are actually working on a book together. It's going to be my second memoir. I'm talking about my divorce journey. So you will hear that on TikTok. We're actually going to go live on TikTok every day for about 20 to 30 minutes every night during March Madness. Because for us, we're talking about eliminating the madness from your life, eliminating the toxicity that causes you to be pregnant for 12 years with a book like I was because of the fear that other people were going to judge me. What would other people say? Just what are people going to think? All of that is what took me 12 years to write a book. And then when the book came out, it took 4 minutes. It took 4 months to actually produce it and publish it. And then after that, people just started asking me for interviews and it just went like wildfire. So if you get anything out of my story, it's when you stop procrastinating, you finally just sit down and do the work and you really do the inner work on yourself, then you will just start manifesting things automatically. Like the stuff that you write in your journal will just start coming true. And that's why I always say write for 10 minutes a day, do the brain dump. The brain dump gets all the junk out. Then you can actually journal where you start scripting and imagining and dreaming like you did when you were 5, right? You used to dream about your life. You used to dream about how beautiful you would be in your dress or whatever you wanted to do, right? When you wanted to be a mom or you wanted to be a bride, whatever it is. You used to dream, and then one day somebody told you, or you felt like you couldn't dream anymore because you're an adult now. You have responsibilities, so you can't dream anymore. But that's not true. So that's why we come here. We dream together. I'm going to be on TikTok right after this. So if you're on TikTok, go ahead and support me. We're going to be keeping track of our numbers. So I have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I have almost 300 on TikTok, which I really haven't started building that platform until this year. So you can support me by just getting people to go over to my TikTok because I want to monetize it like I do Facebook. And then my YouTube channel is where I'm going to put all these recordings. So that's going to get more traffic on there. Yeah, I want to double my YouTube. So no problem, Joy. That's okay. If you want to type in the chat, Joy, what you do and how to get a hold of you, the people that are listening to this call are going to want to reach out to Joy. So put in a link in there, Joy, as to how people can connect. Joy creates some amazing graphics. She creates commercials, book trailers for authors. And she's been in the author world for a long time. We met in a Facebook group, and she's loves to be in the background. But when she creates something for you, like it's on the stage, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So you're going to want to connect with Joy. Coach Jesse, do you still have your Tuesday night class? Because that class was where I became a keynote speaker. Before that, I wasn't, I was just a teacher. But after Jesse, I became like, my confidence was like, oh, I'm a keynote speaker.
Yeah, we still have the class. Yep.
All right. So get on Jesse's calendar because he can help you develop the confidence in yourself to be a speaker, right? Like I was a teacher forever. So I was on stage speaking, but my audience wasn't always interested because they didn't want to be there. Right? So I learned from Jesse how to actually create a signature talk for people who will show up and pay you, and how to create events. That's another thing I learned from Coach Jesse, how to create events so that you can gain clients, help people, and just share your message. So thank you guys. I appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to email you some of the things that I want to do this month for March Madness. We're gonna we're gonna flip the meaning of March Madness, and we're gonna actually every week start keeping track of our numbers, our stats, our data. How, is our audience growing? Are we selling more books? Are we getting more clients? I set a goal this year to work with 10 new people on their books. And so far, it's March. So far, I'm helping 3. So I'm still looking for 7 more clients to help with their books. And some of y'all are probably in the room, or some of y'all are listening to this on the replay. So reach out to me because once I hit 10, I'm at capacity. That's all I can help. So, yeah. Anything else before we go? I saw Sandra. Did you have your hand up? Open up your mic. Sandra's on TikTok now. She just opened up a TikTok and started talking.
Yes, I will be ta- oh, I will be I will be talking on Sunday, March 8th in London, England. I will give you the times, and I will let Coach LT know what time I will be available, and give you the link so that you can watch me and critique me. Hello. And critique me on my talk. And my book sales have went up since my pastor put me on the spot on Sabbath, this past Sabbath. So my book sales have went up because I'm buying the book and selling them. that that was um I didn't think I would have to do that, but that's how it panned out. And I'm selling more by doing that. So, book is on Amazon, y'all. I wish you would. letting go of my pain. Right? Buy them. Buy my book, please. Hand them out. Thank you for the support. Again, I'll let you know the date, I'll let you know the time and the link. Appreciate y'all.
All right, that's it. Let's smile for the camera. You know I'm gonna post.
All right. Hey, hey,
Yay!
hey.
All right. See you guys next Monday. Have a good one.
All right. I'll see you on TikTok later.
Oh yeah, I'll be on TikTok in a minute.
Take care. Thank you.